Tracy. Hope you can see this. Your question in regard to the one-handed thread the needle, I looked everywhere through my files and I could not find it. But if you are familiar with the alternator, which is this pendulum versus static, where they switch every time, here it is from the side, so you can see. At least in this direction, I'm putting each new head that pendulums behind the one in front. We'll use this alternator to set up the thread the needle, and instead of doing the static in wall plane as it comes around, we're going to throw that into the horizontal floor plane, or in this case the ceiling plane. And what you'll find is that if you can keep the bottom one doing the pendulum you expect, as you get more of your hand into it, it will start making the bottom end, or the pinky side, well, just the bottom side of the thread the needle swing in a full circle, making your horizontal one hand thread the needle work. Now technically this same hand posturing is also how you would get a wall plane thread the needle. The way that, I'm not very good at it, but the way that that would work or look is something to the effect of that, where you basically take the horizontal version of it and then you bend that back down into wall plane in order to get it. So what I've found is that in regard to kind of the bigger question that you're asking about pinky versus thumb control, that using the thread the needle as a way to say, yeah, I'm in thumb butterfly, and then here's this, and now I'm in pinky butterfly, would be powerful, and I'm sure that you're gonna find much more uses for it, but I also find myself not really using this, what I call thumb down, which is essentially like, you know, this is my thumb up butterfly, this is my thumb down butterfly, which is really the pinky led butterfly. I don't really use the pinky lead butterfly for much in my my front plane kind of stuff. Where this really becomes the most useful, the pinky up thing, is when working with these butterfly hip reels or shoulder reels, where I do this, right? Because that position that you end up then back here, that's where the pinky butterfly is. Because the same way that you would expect the 180-degree rule to flip the orientation of, you know, I'm spinning forward, now it feels like I'm spinning in reverse, but the thing is still the same, or the poi is still spinning in the same direction, it just feels backwards. What that equivocates to for the meteor is I'm spinning in forwards in thumb up, and if I go back here, I'm still spinning in forward, but now I'm in pinky up. And I could turn around and maintain that pinky up looking at it this direction. That also works over your shoulder this way, right? Where we go back here, and then this is this static position of butterfly that I can hold, right? And technically that's also the same thing when I go back here, and then I try and hold that butterfly, which is really difficult. But that gets you these kinds of feelings, right? And this same hip reel style of motion, which I'm gonna call a Pac-Man for lack of better terms, is also where this feeling comes from the front. I'm in the studio. Yup. All right. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Sorry this took so long.